Oh my god, Praveen, what are you doing? Neha, oh my god, what do you want? I was just working. Wait, did you see my browsing history? I don't know about your browsing history, but did you not know that using your computer without a blue cut glasses can damage your eyes? Actually, there is a lot of research suggesting that the blue cut glasses does not really help our eyes. It can actually damage your eyes, cause migraine, and reduce your sleep. You're gonna be blind soon, Praveen. Most of the light from the monitors today does not have the ability to harm our eyes. So I'm not sure if it is actually going to work. Here, I took some money from your credit card and bought you a pair of blue cut glasses. Try it out and let me know how it goes. You can thank me later. Alright, I'll have to give it a shot then. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been using a blue cut glass for 1 month now. Even though there's a lot of contradictory research suggesting that blue cut glasses does not really help, I might have a little bit of a different opinion on this video. In this video, we are going to break down the topic whether blue cut glasses can actually help us reduce the eye fatigue, help us get better sleep and reduce headaches. Or is it just a placebo effect? Or is it rather a myth created by the corporations? Let's find out in this video. Stay tuned. If you're someone who wears glasses, there's a very high likelihood that you must have encountered a situation where you must have been recommended to use a blue cut glass by your optometrist or your glasses shop. I am an engineer and I have to spend a lot of time in front of computers, and I have often wondered that if these blue cut glasses really work, if it actually could help slightly improve my sleep or reduce my headaches or reduce eye fatigue, it would be a great benefit for someone like me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are watching this video right now are in the same boat. From Amazon, this is one of the cheaper ones that you can find in the market, and this is one of the highest rated ones in the market. I'll put a link, affiliate link down in the description. You can go check it out. So I've been using for this for about a month now, and before I get to my review, let's look at the history of the subject a bit. There were several researches conducted by several teams on this topic. One of the research teams include the research team from University of Melbourne. They conducted randomized controlled clinical trials with 17 eligible trials over 6 countries with 619 adults. It is not the biggest sample size. Generally, sometimes if you want to get really accurate results, you need a better sample size, but it's still a sample size. And the conclusion was there was no benefit of using blue light filters over clear lenses. And based on them, this conclusion was consistent from 3 other different studies. And most of these people in the sample were facing issues like insomnia, bipolar disorder, and so on. And none of these patients actually had an improved condition after these trials. Now, what is this blue light? Humans and animals have a circadian clock. Circadian is a 24-hour internal clock that regulates the cycles of alertness and sleepiness by responding to the light changes in our environment. For example, when you wake up in the morning, when the sunlight hits your face, there is a segment of it that is the blue light that kind of makes you more awake and reduces sleepiness and improves your senses. So you might ask me, isn't blue light a good thing then? Not necessarily. Our body requires a certain amount of light exposure and dark exposure to have the proper circadian cycle. A lot of these devices that we are using right now, like our phones, our laptops, all those have a certain part of blue light that emits from it, which is kind of the reason why people ask you not to use phones or laptops or any other digital devices right before you go to sleep. So the blue light emitting from our phones can create a false perception in our brain that our brain has to stay alert and we are not going to sleep anytime soon, or it gives a false perception that it's a day, and that could result in things like insomnia. It is surprising to know that a lot of our psychology and behavior is shaped by the rotation of Earth around its axis. Now that I have mentioned that blue light can have a harmful effect, then blue light glasses should help us clear it off, right? Not necessarily. What we are exposed to currently is artificial blue light emerging from our phone, laptops, and so on, which is not same as the natural blue light. And most of the laptops and phones and devices these days have a display that has very minimal amount of blue light. So even if the blue light glasses can protect us from blue rays, there is no enough evidence suggesting that blue light emitting from these devices can actually harm our eyes on prolonged exposure. But there are research which have already shown that exposure to digital devices right before your sleep can actually affect your sleep and lead to insomnia. For people like me, taking a long break before you sleep, like 1 or 2 hours before my sleep, is not necessarily possible. So something like a blue light glasses could actually help me. There's a recent study conducted in Harvard where also they concluded that there is no enough detail about these studies to draw conclusion. Now let's get down to what was my experience on it. Honestly, I was very skeptical about using these blue light glasses because I went through a lot of research prior to buying this, and I was not happy about most of the conclusions about these research like I mentioned. I think these glasses actually help me a little bit. I can see a slight reduce in my eye strain and slightly better sleep from what I've been getting before. I have also talked to a lot of other people who have been using blue cut glasses, and most of them, surprisingly, said something contrary to what was seen in these research conclusions. Now my first thought was this could have been a placebo. Now what is a placebo? To understand this, let's take an example of a guy who had intense pain in his thumb during the month of May every year. Year after year, on that specific month May, he'll get a pain on his thumb. After a certain point, he decided he can't take that pain anymore and he decided to get surgery and removed his thumb. But even after removing that thumb, he started getting that pain again in the coming years in that specific month. This is called as a placebo effect. It is not necessarily a physical pain, but it is a pain that is simulated by his brain. Now if a lot of people believe that these glasses actually work and they start using it, their brain might actually create a false perception that they actually worked and their eye strain is getting better, even though it is actually not due to the placebo effect. Now could all these people that I have talked to had the placebo effect? It is not very likely though, and I am kind of sure that it was not a placebo in my case, because I was very skeptical when I started to use these glasses because of two reasons. One, these are very cheap pair of glasses that I could find on Amazon. Second, I've been going through a lot of research which suggested that this is not going to work, so I was almost 90 to 99% sure it was not going to work, and when I saw a slight improvement, I was surprised myself. Now what was the extent of the benefit that I could see? It was not as effective as what most of the corporations prescribe, but there was a slight improvement, which got me to think why did it actually help me? So there are a couple of things that I noted. I have a MacBook Pro right here and I have a monitor attached to it, which is a big screen. It's not like the most expensive monitor. So I have seen myself getting my eyes strained a lot when I'm using my monitor, and my eyes can take on my MacBook Pro's display for a much longer time without eye strain. So I believe it has something to do with displays as well. There are displays which can be more soothing to your eyes, and there are displays which can be not very soothing to your eyes. So if you're having prolonged exposure to a display which you think might be giving you eye fatigue, this can actually come in handy for you. And if you're someone like me who might not be able to get a good break before going to sleep from your digital devices, this can help you. Not to a great extent. Now if you are facing eye strains and insomnia and other issues and you're skeptical about using these glasses, there are other solutions that you can try out, including the most popular solution, the 20-20-20. Every 20 minutes, you look at an object 20 feet away for 20 seconds and then you can get back to your work. If you can remember this rule, this actually can help improve your eye health a lot. So I'm not quite sure why it helped me. I did not connect the research. My sample size was 1, but I can confidently say that it helped me to a certain extent, and I believe it was not a placebo. And if you enjoy this kind of content and you hit the like and subscribe button and let YouTube know you like what you're watching so that they will promote my content. When you stick around, put in the comment section down below what you want to see next and hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.